Hello everyone. So I am doing a voiceover today because I have been sick with yet another flare-up with my lovely stomach. So we're doing off camera today. So we are talking about You Can Do It by Louise Hay. This book addresses a lot of different areas in your life and just kind of your mindset and how that will influence it. Basically how you view the world and your inner dialogue, and there are affirmations to go along with each section. This covers pretty much like your basics, you know, career, creativity, your love life, health, self-esteem. Like there's just a little bit of everything in here. I listened to the audiobook. I know I'm usually not an audiobook person, but I listened to the audiobook on YouTube and it seemed to be the full book. I didn't really have any issues with it. I don't know if there's like a lot of ads. I have YouTube Premium, so I'm sorry if there's like so many ads. But if you want to listen along, I will have it linked down below. If you want to listen, it was free. Again, I have YouTube Premium, so I didn't have ads. So it was really nice to just sit and listen to it while I was feeling like crap yesterday, because it's about an hour and a half long. And I'm trying to do more of these where we can listen together when I can find free books. This is awesome, so everyone can join along. So if you want to listen to it, I will have it linked down below. At least, like, as of recording it, the video is there. It's been there for quite a few years, so I think it will continue to be, but just FYI, if the link doesn't work, it worked when I uploaded it. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 star, and you might be a little surprised because, like, the law of attraction crowd has never really been my thing. Like, I've always kind of been a bit skeptical with these books and kind of playing devil's advocate against it of, like, you know, I have a hard time with the mindsets of like, well, yeah, of course, like it's gonna fix everything and your mind can change everything. Yeah, sure. Like I have struggled with that a lot over the years, but more recently, the past couple of months, I have just been a little bit more open to these kinds of mindsets. And I was, you know, when I was listening to this book, I was paying attention to how it would apply to people I know. A lot of times the things that she was saying in this book and like the way people kind of act and like old mindsets and things, I'm like, wow, I have seen that from a variety of different people. And how she handles it is exactly how I've kind of caught myself looking at their situations too. And that is very strange. Like when initially you're more along this agreeing with, well, yeah, of course, like, how would you think any other way? Like, of course, duh, that's how it is. And then there's this random shift that happens, and I think it's going to happen differently for everybody. But, you know, when I just kind of had to start making the decision that I've got to get my mind in order and doing more of the things that everyone says to do, gratitude practice, affirmation practice, meditation, all of that stuff. And then I've read a different book from Louise Hay, and I think we talked about it on Patreon like a year ago at this point. It feels like a year ago. It might not be that long, but it feels like it. But when I went through that book, I noticed that I was like struggling with certain aspects of it. And this time I'm like, no, like actually you kind of do have a point. And I was agreeing more with her. And I'm not like, wow, Louise Hay has like the answers for everything, but just my own experience. I was like, wow. You kind of are right, actually. So in this book, there's the affirmations that go along with each section, and like it is a little hard with an audiobook, not gonna lie. Because unless you're planning to listen to those sections, which thankfully somebody in the comments had already like segmented it out for you, which is awesome. I love timestamps. So you can go through and click to just go to the affirmations for health or for self-esteem or for love or for your creativity or your job or whatever. Like, the affirmations are already kind of listed out for you, but she only says them once. And in the book, she tells you that you need to repeat these multiple times. And when she says multiple, it's like 200 to 300 times a day multiple. And like, that is really rough. But as you start to do that and you start to do these changes to yourself and you just find like a few, like, even if you can't repeat the same affirmation, but you just start to change it and have like positive affirmations as you're going through your day, it makes a difference. And that sounds like so woo-woo, I know, but truly, like, and you have to do it consistently. Like a couple days isn't going to change anything. And I think it was in this one she talked about it. I ended up watching like a couple interviews of her and like snippets of interviews and stuff, and then also started to listen to this. So if it wasn't in here, I'm sorry. It was in an interview that I watched at like the exact same time, because this is what I did while I was feeling like crap yesterday. But yeah, so like, it's just this thing of like, you can't overnight change things. Like saying your affirmations 2 or 3 times isn't gonna magically change anything. And I've been listening to Manifestation Babe. It's a podcast. I listen to it on Spotify. And she kind of talks about this too, that, you know, when you start to do these mindset changes, it can take like at least a year. And that is like a long time to try and consistently do something. But at the same time, like, I've started to notice changes earlier than that. But I've been doing affirmations and meditations and visualizations and trying to change my mindset for about, I think I'm getting close to at least a month now, every single day working on it. And it has been a huge change and a huge difference. And this book just like kind of confirmed all of the stuff that I've been doing without actually her telling me how to do it. Like, it just lined up that way. So I would recommend this book if you are in a mental state where you want to create change in your life. And the thing is, like, you have to really want to, because otherwise, like, if you have a lot of resistance to this book, like, just put it down, come back to it at a different point, because like, there have been so many times that this type of book would not have resonated at all. Like, you have to be ready to completely change your mindset of how you view everything in your life, because negativity is so addicting. And to have to change every aspect of your life, like, you have to be very open to changing how you view literally every aspect of your life. Even like, as I was listening to this book and having a flare up with my stomach, instead of like sitting in this place of like, God, like, I fucking hate my stomach, like, it's horrible, like, why can't I have a healthy stomach? This is supposed to be my prime years, and I'm over here like, I literally can't move. Like, my body is in so much pain, and it's so stupid, and I don't know why it's causing this, and I've been dealing this for almost 20 years now, like, what the fuck? Instead of like spiraling, instead I started to implement her things of like, when your body is misbehaving, you instead send it like healing vibrations and like being like, I love you, body. You got this. I know you can be healthy. And you like talk to the cells of your body and be like, we're good. You got this. You can make us feel better. We can do this together. It's a journey together. And just being like gentle parenting your body through a flare up was like the most wild thing I have ever thought that I would go through. Because like, I have gone through so many flare ups, and like, all of the mindfulness, affirmations, witchery bullshit was just like tossed out the window, because I'm like, you know what, in the here and now, it's not working, it's not doing shit, I feel horrible. You can't go to the altar and do a spell because you can't move. You're in so much pain. And this time I was like, okay, I'm going to implement the stuff from Louise Hay, and again, just some of the other things, but it's really mostly what she talked about in this book. But like, you have to be in a space where you're open to that kind of a thing. Because if not, like, you're not gonna get a lot from this book, because it's really hard to want to change your mindset. And, you know, as I was reading through it, and there was these situations and people that I was connecting it to in my own like existence and people we've interacted with, it was like, I know that you aren't gonna get anything from this book if I gave it to you. Like, you aren't going to want to change. You are just going to want to stay exactly as you are, and like, nothing will change your mind. And even me at different points in life would have been like, you can fuck right off, like, this is not helpful, this is stupid. It's like, in some ways you can almost feel like you're gaslighting yourself out of situations. But like, when you have hit your point of like, I really want change, really truly, I'm okay to let go of all of these limiting beliefs that I have, these beliefs that are holding me where I am in life, and you're able to move past all of that and be ready to be open to like, okay, so holding grudges actually doesn't do me any good. Cool, let's work on the forgiveness journey. Like, when you're really ready to do all of the hard work that comes with it, because like, being positive honestly is so much harder than being negative. Being negative is easy. It is the easiest, most addictive path, but it's not the most rewarding or fulfilling. It kind of feels like it in the moment, but honestly, like, if you look at people who are very bitter, like, are they really having that good of a time versus the people who aren't and are very much like living their best lives and just happy and chill? Like, those are the people you kind of gravitate towards. And that's the kind of person I want to be. So like, again, I feel like if you open this book or you open the file to listen to it, like, you need to be in that mental kind of state where you're open to changing how you view the entire world, because otherwise, like, it's not going to be helpful. And like, it's a mindset that I don't really know how to describe, so I hope that I kind of have described it for you. But like, really truly, like, you've got to be open to making these kinds of changes to how you like talk to yourself and how you function in every aspect of your life. Otherwise, this book just really won't do much for you, and you'll be fighting against it and having so much resistance, and it's not great. You need to be in a place where you're ready for that change, because then this book totally will change your life. Again, not overnight, but over time. And like, she has like a morning and evening meditation, and like, they're kind of long, but honestly they're also really good. Like, her vibe, I'm just like, dang, like, I kind of wish I would have been able to be in a place, wow, every single time I try and record, the computer goes off. I don't know if the phone actually caught it, but the computer decided to ding-a-ling. Anyways, I was going on tangents anyways. So I am so excited to eventually get a physical copy of this book, but until such time, this is one of those audiobooks that I can just throw on in the background and just like try and absorb the information over and over and over again, because again, it's on YouTube, it's free, just listening to it, it's awesome. So I would love to know your thoughts on I Can Do It by Louise Hay, if you have implemented any of these things, if you have gone through these like mindset shifts. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.